Hey, what's going on, Storefront Virgin Gang? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Still out of town, still rocking with it, still making videos. I'll be home soon. Happy Valentine's Day. Speaking of Valentines, guess who we haven't talked about a little bit in the Pokemon space? My favorite Valentine, the love man himself, Big Lee. He's kind of kept his nose relatively clean for a little while, but there is a video that was put out relatively recently. I'm not going to steal the entirety of it. You should go check out Made the Villain. He made a video about this. I'll have the link in the description, basically addressing one of Hart's most recent videos. It's where he goes to a GameStop and essentially has an interview with the manager that's there. I believe his name is Keith, and discuss the in and outs of running said GameStop and basically the TCG side of that whole thing and all the different TCG products he sells, the ins and outs, the ups and downs. Basically a fucking, Stockholm Syndrome video where it's like GameStop is super great and all that stuff. Look, I like GameStop as much as the next guy. I mean, it's still GameStop. End of the day, it's just... Anybody who knows. But this video is very strange, and it got critiqued very honestly, in my opinion, for a good reason. It's a very weird video, and you can start by looking at the thumbnail. It's just a goofy little thing. I'm just going to pick at that real quick. For some reason, the guy has Grafii boxes locked up in the background, but all the ETBs are just on the wall. There's like Charizard figure boxes all the way up to the goddamn ceiling. It's just so much product flowing around there in this grand old time of Pokemon scalping and the booming. There's just a lot of product. It's just a little thing. It's probably just something for the thumbnail. Keith probably had nothing to do with that. Big Lee probably had nothing to do with that. He probably hired someone to put all that stuff back there. Same time, it is a little weird. This video is strange for a couple reasons. Lee just goes into the GameStop, just starts talking to things. At first, you wouldn't really think too much about it, but if you're in the Pokemon space currently at this time, you will notice that this GameStop is particularly stacked. There is a lot of product in there. It's looking rather voluptuous, that GameStop. Looking like there's a bunch of boxes everywhere. There's fucking loose Silver Tempest packs. Bro, there's celebrations boxes in there, and there's some tag team boxes in there. The fucking Pikachu one, the gold one from Tag Team All-Stars that took forever for it to get over here. Yeah, that box is in there, and that box has Evolving Skies packs in it. Now, I'm just going to throw this out there, and this is just me. This is how I personally feel about it. Don't fucking take me to court. This is just a personal opinion. I can't... This very much seems like someone just dug out a bunch of product and threw it on the shelves for the sake of knowing Hart's coming, and they're going to be doing a video here. He doesn't have anywhere on his page that it's actually an ad or anything like that, so if that's the case, I'm inclined to believe that it is not an ad, and Hart did not get paid in order to do that. However, the payment may have been for him to film this video and to use GameStop's image and name out there in order to do so. Maybe he kind of worked something out, and that was the pay enough. Oh, you'll get some views off this video. You'll get that stuff out there. Cool, whatever. Bada bing, bada boom. It very much seems like an ad, though. It seems like this GameStop and GameStop's basically just in general are going to be stacked with product. And anybody going to GameStop right now, anybody looking for product, any average person walking and stomping the ground, the 9-to-5ers, where my 9-to-5ers at right there, we need to work harder, of course. Those guys going to GameStop know that that is not what that looks like. There's a couple product in there that looks relatively organic, such as the Roaring Moon and the Iron Valiant boxes. People are still kind of on the fence about Paradox Pokemon. Don't worry, they'll flop over to them here soon. But you see those celebrations boxes, you see those tag team, dude, Silver Tempest packs for days up on the wall, all over the entire thing. It's crazy how much product is actually in there, and it kind of reeks of a little bit of goofiness, maybe some products in there. Now, to counter that argument, we were talking to Roxanne. I was in the actual Discord group chat we got, and me and the boys happened to notice that Roxanne showed that some of the prices were kind of goofy. For example, right here, you'll notice there's a Mabosstiff box over there sitting for $60 at GameStop. You were an actual criminal organization if you were charging $60 for that box. You were actually scummy if you were charging that much for it. Some people thought that may have been a mistake, and it may have been. Yeah, maybe the manager just wasn't on top of his shit that day. Maybe he just didn't want to organize the store 100%. He's like, yeah, Big Lee won't notice. He'll be too busy looking at all the other stuff and all the Charizard things going on here, all the other fucking slabs we're putting out. But then he also pointed out that there was a Silver Tempest ETB selling for $81 in the $80 price range. And that is well above market price for that shit. That is a decent bit above what those boxes go for. Like, they beat scalpers, they beat PokeRev to pump any of that stuff out. They beat everybody to put that. If it's $81 now according to that GameStop, that's insane. I think it goes for like $55, $60, something like that on TCG Player. all fucking day. $80 for that is kind of crazy. So maybe it is legit. I don't want to think about what they're charging for those tag team boxes because once again, those do have Evolving Skies packs in them. And what are those now? Like $30 a pack or something, $25 a pack. They're somewhere in there, right? I guess if you're paying a rip-in shipper, it might be a little bit more. It's very strange. The whole video just reeks of just, hey, come to GameStop and spend your money here. Look at all this product that's going to be not here whenever you show up. It reeks very much of that. And I don't really know what the intention was for this video. I don't really know why it exists necessarily in the sense that it does. Could have very easily just shown a lack of product. Could have very easily just shown it just doesn't smell right. There's something wrong with the amount of product there, the prices that are being charged for it, and just Big Lee being there just in general for the entire thing. It is not easy for you to just go to the store and actually find Pokemon card packs right this second. It just isn't. It's not one of those things that you're just going to go and just not have fucking... I mean, I went to Walmart here in this local area, and I did manage to find some actual Surging Sparks, but I happened to walk in when I was trying to go get some fucking energy drinks for work and stuff like that. When they happened to be restocking, I grabbed a few packs. I was checking out, walking back out. We happened to walk past that area, and you know what? There was nothing left there. There was nothing. That fucking place was wiped out. No more packs, no more boxes, no nothing. So it's definitely not one of those. I don't know what the point of it was. It just seems like a very disingenuous video to be like, hey, come to GameStop, my guys. Look at all the stuff we have. You'll walk in and it'll be like the Willy Wonka's chocolate factory of Pokemon cards right there. Come with me and you'll see a world of tag team boxes and celebrations. It's not going to happen. You're not going to see that stuff. It's not going to be the case. And I've noticed a lot of content creators now doing like partnerships, and then maybe they're not necessarily partnerships, like teaming up with brands and popular entities here in order to like actually extend the branch out or something like that. And it's almost weird because it's like, I think GameStop has a better fucking chance like teaming up with you, Lee. I think you're the bigger name here in the Pokemon space here than GameStop. Yeah, people use GameStop, but I mean, you're fucking Leonhardt. Same with PokeRev and the Costco guys. Like, sure, Costco motherfucker, sure, double Chucky Choco fucking cookie shit, whatever, I guess so. But like PokeRev, you're the bigger person there. You're the bigger person in our fucking hobby. You're the person that, like, no matter how much people disagree with what you do sometimes, they're always going to look at you and be like, not fucking AJ and fucking child labor over there. They're not going to look at that and be like, oh, that's the Pokemon guy. It's just weird watching a lot of people do the team-ups now. And it's very strange. I'm sure we'll see some more people team up stuff. I'm waiting for fucking Real Breaking Nate to do a Best Buy ad or something like that. I'm just kidding. Real Breaking Nate, he hasn't done anything. I don't need to sully his good name like that. It's just, it's probably going to happen at some point where someone actually tags and teams up with like a store. Not necessarily saying that it's a bad thing. And I mean, hell, even doing like a GameStop thing. Big Lee's done GameStop promos and things like that before. Not necessarily a promo, but where he actually tried the grading out and got to see a realistic take on how the grades went. I thought that video was fine. I thought it was okay. There's tons of people that shop at GameStop. I have a pretty good relationship with my local GameStop and the actual manager that's there, like a pretty good regular customer relationship, asking like, hey, you want to check this out? Hey, you going to be around to like pick this stuff up? They're relatively helpful. There's nothing wrong with any of that. It's just when this video is presented the way that it's presented, it just reeks of there's something really fishy here, and I can't quite put my finger on it. Me personally, I think somebody scraped some product out from somewhere, happened to put it on the shelf, and then after the video kind of tuck some of that stuff away, because there is a ton of those tag team boxes. There is a good amount of those celebrations boxes, and the Roaring Moon Iron Valve, dude, there's so many Silver Tempest packs there. Like, it's almost like somebody just had a bunch of the sleeved fucking blisters and just like, here, put these up on the shelf, my guy. Put those up. And those prices, as I said before, you literally deserve a fucking place in hell burning if you're charging $60 for a goddamn Abostif box. That is some criminal, scummy stuff. But you saw the other prices. You saw that $80 let's beat the punch pumping Silver Tempest ETB right there. It's got Alolan Vulpix on it. We know how we feel about Alolan Vulpix. Down with that. Boo. Scummy stuff right there. Just, it's weird. You're probably going to see people teaming up and making some questionable content, other people too. You're going to see some weird creator collabs, and I don't know. I'm just very glad that I am employed and able to do what I want in the Pokemon space, and this is just some fun, goofy shit for me. Get to sit at the hotel with like no production value and just sit here without any pants on and just record. It's the greatest thing ever. Talk about how I fucking fought scalpers at Walmart looking for Surging Sparks packs. These are my first Surging Sparks packs, by the way, like ever. The only ones I ever saw. It only took me leaving my state to actually grab some. That's crazy. That's all it took. Just get out and travel, guys. Maybe there is something to this work harder thing. Work fucking 80 hours a week. Oh man, that's all I got. Appreciate it. Like I said, I'll link the video for Made the Villain. I'll link Leonhardt's video. It truly is some goofy shit. Later, Virgin Gang.